for you or against you, so just be aware of that, as we go through. And I think it's 6:15. This is the Newington, or am I live? Can I start live? No, I have to wait a minute. One Mississippi, two Mississippi. Now, okay. So good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Newington Library 5K Challenge Planning. Start again. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Newington Library 5K Challenge Planning Committee meeting. Today is Monday, April 13th. We're starting just past 6:15. I'm gonna turn it over to Kevin Mason to go through the agenda and some of our items here.
Okay.
Just a month, pretty much a month and a week before our race, so it's do or die times.
All right, so, I just basically, if anything's changed on the refreshment stuff, I don't know if we have any additional stuff for refreshments. Last time we had stews and Dunkin' and Sonics, and I assume the water from the Friends. I don't know if that was ever confirmed.
It was.
It was, okay.
Yeah, we're good. Okay, so the refreshments are booked?
I think we're set
Yeah,
there.
and Sam's book for the bagels.
Right,
Okay.
yeah. Oh, I did have that on. I had it down at one point, sorry.
No, you're fine.
I'm not sure about Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh,
That's more.
Maureen, did you reach out to Dunkin' Donuts? Did anybody?
Yes, I'm waiting to hear from them.
Okay,
And then next
I
month,
don't foresee any issues, but just for confirmation.
okay.
the next month we can coordinate who's gonna pick up what, when and stuff before.
Right.
Yeah, well, I'll get together with Michelle Royer about that and, see who did what last year. I don't have the list in front of me, so.
Right, awards committee, I think we covered that. I did order the trophies, and they'll be sent directly to you, so.
We have trophies and the medals.
The same as last year, and there's no 10-year, nobody's gonna do a 10-year this year, so, we'll just do the same group, same amount we had last year. I did do some research on the cash prizes, so high school students, at least under CIAC rules, which is what Newington is in, as well as most of the local towns, cannot accept cash prizes or gift certificates. So if we did have a high school student win a race or come in the top three, they wouldn't be able to get a cash prize. So I didn't know what
They would not be able to.
no, the college students can, under the NIL agreements that we have now, they are allowed to get a cash prize or certificate, for the high school students are not. Now, most high school cross-country kids don't run the race anyways because of some of that, I think, before, but it was just, I double checked with the CIAC and that was pretty clear. I assume,
What
they
about-
said most of it was that way, yeah.
What about
Sorry.
middle school? Because we had a 12-year-old win last year and she was a runner.
I would say, it's the way it sounded like anybody cannot, any kids, public school cannot win. Now, I don't know for sure about 12-year-olds because they're not competing against other high school students, which I guess they don't want you to do that, but I would be surprised if they could accept it when a high school student could not.
Okay.
So they can't win cash, but could they get a basket of
Yeah,
goodies?
Yeah, I mean, they can get that and they can get, I don't know, but you can't give them, so they consider a gift card as cash and they consider obviously cash as cash, so. And since we have cash at some of the prizes this year for the first time in a while, they wouldn't be able to get that, so I'm not sure what the alternative would be. If we had, somebody finish in the top three there, we'd have to, I don't know, we should probably talk about it, because I don't know what we do.
And what about the fellow that had donated the cash? See you aware of that?
I contacted him, but he did not get back to me.
Okay.
He's my neighbor, Pam.
Okay.
I can see if I can, I see him walking his dogs all the time. I can ask him.
Okay.
So
So maybe we can give it to the next place person.
I mean,
I mean-
it's certainly be.
College age?
It should be an alternative. I mean, again, in the men, it's normally gonna be, I mean, I don't think we've had a high school kid win it. They've all been, ones have been winning, ones have, did run the race many years ago and came back and won, some of them came back. But we did have that young girl last year, right, that came in.
Yeah, that was the young.
Yeah, she was pretty young.
She's pretty fast. And
She was pretty fast and she comes
If it goes
back.
back, she may be fast again.
Right, so I don't know how we address that, and honestly. I think this had happened to us many years ago. We had somebody who turned it down, we had a gift card or something, and the kid said, I can't take it because. I think he was college, I don't think he was high school, but he did say that to us, and then we just, I don't know, we gave him, I don't know what we did. We gave him something else, it wasn't gift card, maybe we gave him a prize or a basket or something, not really sure.
Could
So,
we give them something like laser maps?
that's a gift card.
That's a good.
It's not like a part, like even ten, like a.
I think you can have it, I don't think you can have a cash value, so you can give them a gift basket, I
Yeah.
think.
Uh-huh.
So it doesn't have a cash
Maybe we
value.
have a separate prize that we come up with, but if we had to, we could give it to someone.
Yeah, because we don't do the raffle till after that, so we would give them an option to take one of the raffle prizes maybe or
Yeah.
something,
Trade that
As
out.
long as it's not a gift card.
as long as it's not a
Yeah.
gift card, yeah.
Maybe we can have like a running basket or something.
Yeah,
Together, something
Yeah,
like
that
that.
would-
yeah, I mean, we usually have 3 or 4 baskets, so, you can put them up and say, hey, you can take one of these baskets.
I guess as long as the gift basket doesn't have a gift card or anything.
Right.
Already in it.
So
Yeah,
maybe
that's
we-
true.
Maybe we get like a water bottle and put something with it for them, and then you can give it to them, instead. I don't know.
Well, again, we have to, I don't know what the likelihood of that occurring, certainly the competition on the female side is not as good as it used to be, when we used to have, people running, 20s, under 20s and stuff like that, so it's possible we'll get somebody young to do it. That'd be the alternative, but again, it's really not our job, technically, it's not our job to say you can't take it, it's their job to say, I can't take it, it really is, I mean, we'd advise them, I think, we thought they were high school.
So do we need to be like transparent, communicating, just saying, that.
Well, what we can do is, what we can do is this, is that the last email that goes out, that we send to all the people who are registered, we could put in that email. I mean, it's possible someone comes day of race and registers, in which case, but this would at least catch most of the people, because we're gonna talk about the parking stuff as well on the very last minute as well, so we'd also.
Let's review this. So we've
Yeah.
got a couple of awards, right, that are cash awards.
Yeah.
To help the runners. High schoolers cannot accept it.
High school should not be accepting it.
Or the middle schooler who won
I'm assuming the middle school can't either, but that, I don't know, I didn't check
And
that.
it probably doesn't.
They're part of the CIAC school system, but they don't compete in traditional CIC high school athletics, because 8th graders cannot participate in a high school sport in
So how should we
CIAC.
be giving that cash award out?
I have no idea.
That's what I'm getting at. It's
Yeah.
like, so we've got a cash award that originally we were hoping that we could help fund high school students,
Right,
and now we.
I didn't know that's what our intention was with that. What you could do is you could convert it into one of those cash cards. You can go to a Price Chop or whatever, and you can turn it into a city card or one of those cards. I don't know. I mean, you have to be careful, because some have a lot of fees and stuff associated. But you could do that. You could buy a card. Or I guess you just hand them cash, which would.
No, I meant.
Oh, that's just you're asking how we're gonna do it.
Yeah, so now we have a gift, an incentive for
Mhm,
racers.
Right.
And I think the initial audience, we find that we can't give it to. Right? If the initial audience was for high schoolers.
I didn't know the initial audience was high school.
I don't know, that's what I'm
I
asking.
mean, it's rare.
I don't think it was. I think it was just for anybody in general. To be able to get a cash award, it would entice more people to run.
Kids can win it.
Okay, so college,
Mhm.
okay.
So I think what happens is, I thought the question, I apologize, I thought the question was how we physically, do we actually give them cash, or do we give them card or a check? I wasn't sure what we're doing on that. So I don't know, you have to tell me.
I think we give a card, right?
It's easier
Yeah.
to track.
We
Right.
give a card, and then, in terms of, just making sure that whoever comes into that place, that if it's somebody that can't accept it, because they're,
Shouldn't accept it.
shouldn't accept it, that we have some kind of a backup gift.
Yeah,
Did it? I know there are races that it's cash prizes, that's the thing, I thought it was gonna be a cash prize. I don't know.
well, cash, I mean,
It could be like
it's not, I'm not talking about a gift card, yeah, Visa card, where you can go, you
Then
can
we
use
just
it in any store, any place you wanna
Use it
go.
anywhere.
Yeah, no, we're not talking about a gift card in that case. So what we'll do is, when we'll do the email that goes out that talks about the cash prize, which we haven't done yet.
Okay,
We'll indicate that, in the event that a high school student or below wins, then they would have the option they would have taken something else, a gift basket or something. And it's probably, I mean, last year was the exception. It's, I think one time we had a college student, and that was it. I remember our high school student boy, on the boys side winning. I mean, they're running against men. These guys are pretty good that we get over here. Especially if you get a cash prize, you're gonna get some people that wanna,
Yeah.
a couple $100 is a lot of money. You know, and you're gonna run anyway, so might as well do our race.
Great,
Okay,
all right, thank you, I understand better now.
Okay.
What the deal is.
Okay, so registration as of now is, we're at 185. We've been kind of stagnant, to be honest with you. You know, we've only maybe picked up 15 or 20 in the last couple of weeks. But we are at 185, 173 regulars and 12 little readers. Last year at this time, we had 137 and 9. So we are running ahead of last year's pace, and we started later than last year, so that's a good sign. And the only thing I will say is I have not seen the numbers move much, because I think I sent a note out, we had like 180, we had 20 t-shirts left, and I said, there's only 20 t-shirts left, and then we only had a few more people register since then. So, yeah, but who knows? I mean, usually now it's a matter of people waiting now to see what the weather looks like, they're in shape, whatever. Because the numbers really, we get a lot of numbers in May and May there, a lot of being registered.
Did we skip over the little reader gift bags and we also?
Kingston Wells, we talked about last month, I didn't know if anything's changed on that.
Yeah, we're still working on those.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
Pull them together?
Yeah.
so somebody got to revisit then?
Yeah.
Next month, okay, well, let me just put a note there to do that then.
We have the sponsors, we don't have the goods.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
well, yeah, I don't know when you got them last year, but I kind of remember it was kind of late last year.
Yeah, it was late, because we
Yeah.
weren't sure how many,
Little readers,
because there were a lot of those that came at the end too, the little readers.
yeah, do you know how many, did I tell you how many we had last year? I don't remember now.
I thought there was close to 30.
30,
Close
that
to
sounds,
30,
yeah.
28, I think.
34. Yeah.
So we're trending a little ahead of last year, so we might expect a few more. Okay. Course committee, I'm gonna be meeting with somebody from the police
He's
department.
the new emergency management.
To talk about what roads to close, so we're gonna meet Friday morning at 8:30, right?
8:30.
Yeah. So I'll be meeting with him, and I'll have the map, and I'll go through where we want the roads to be closed off at.
And will you need me to call like a week or so before the race? When's the next time to kind of just contact them, just to make sure that they're still?
Yeah, because you reached out last
I
month.
reached out towards the beginning, yeah, just to give them a heads up and they put the date down and.
I would think, yeah, the week before would be
Week before.
a pretty good little, just a jar, just in case somebody slipped or forgot to write it down and put it somewhere. Thanks. All right, let's see, moving down to anything that's an open issue here, high school, a key club or honor society,
So I have, 7 kids that are ready.
that's really good.
That's great.
Yep, and then I have, Jeanette and Ronaldo, who are adults who can drive to wherever that water spot is gonna be.
Perfect, okay. All right,
That's
so,
nice, thank you.
so they'll go, we won't take kids there, is what you're saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, her son he's like 30 and she's like
Okay.
50 something.
Okay, so that's where they're gonna go to Ashland there then. And then we're gonna use the truck to bring the other water down to the finish line, and then we'll talk to a couple of kids about being runners, and then the rest will just.
And you'll drive them, somebody will drive them to the spot where whoever's bringing the water can bring them to.
we're
No,
not.
No.
But it's just the finish line, so it's just right down the street.
No, they're not kids.
Oh,
Oh.
It's a mother and her son. She's like my age, he's like.
Yeah, we
30.
can drop them off. Someone can drop them
Yeah,
off.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, whoever has the truck, I guess, to do it.
Bill
Yeah,
has
or
the
I'll-
truck.
Yeah, so he'll
Bill's
be able
truck
to
will
take,
still be there.
okay,
I mean, I can drop them off.
thank you.
well, I mean, because you're gonna bring the water and the table there anyways, and I.
Yeah, somebody.
Yeah, so they could take them at the same time. Okay. Sponsor sign. I had you on that, but that wasn't you, it was the other Chris, right? Let me
Yeah.
just- let me just-
It's me,
It's really
It's really-
you, Lisa, okay, good.
yeah,
Like,
but, yeah,
okay,
kind
well, you have to know who our sponsors are, and then,
Yeah, so the sponsor sign gets printed the week before the race, and then usually we'll just have someone pick it up, it's
Yeah.
not a big deal.
okay. And that's, who do you use again for that?
We use fast signs on
Fast.
Berlin Turnpike.
I'll just put that down for, because I didn't remember off the top of my head, I'm gonna do that, we talked about that. You're gonna still pick up the hand sanitizer, Leanne?
Yeah, I've got to call into Tim. We haven't really been talking about that, but I'll follow with him.
And I think,
With the sink, the water.
yeah, and I think I heard we're all set with the DJ, right?
Yes.
The reason the same one we had last year.
Set, yeah.
Okay, so is there anything else we have to do with him, or is he just pretty much all done? As far as
I think we
coming,
should just touch base.
So, yeah, yeah, I mean, I'll probably give him a call because I know sometimes my emails get lost or something.
He's also not great with email, so.
Yeah.
okay. So you'll follow up with him directly?
I'll follow up with him, yeah, because I also wanted to potentially ask him if he'd be willing to do any promotion of the race since he's on the radio, so.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I better reach out to him.
Great.
Leanne, this is Maureen. Just to back up a minute. Did you just say something about the water station?
Yeah, you need one for the food, I was gonna talk to Tim
Yeah,
again.
well, I'll give Tim a call.
All right, then that way it takes me out of the middle of it. Thanks.
Yeah. Contact him. Yeah, in fact, I had just made a note earlier. Yeah, I'll call him.
We had talked about it and then it just hasn't come up, so we should be fine with it, but if you confirm with him.
I will. Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, little readers, we have emphasized already in at least one of the other emails, it's the 9:45 start and 9:50 for the second group. We'll emphasize that again as we get closer to the race and the news, because we're gonna have more emails going out regularly. I don't like to bombard them too much, because some people aren't just like, wow, I'm getting an email every 2 weeks.
already, yeah.
But yeah, so we'll make them a little shorter, but we'll try to hit the high points. I mean, obviously, before the race, we'll talk about the parking. I mean, the big issue. Because you're still gonna have people who didn't get it because they came in that day. I don't know how many we had, 35 maybe last year, the registered the day of race, somebody remember?
Yeah, something like
It was
that.
like, yeah, so those people don't know, they could easily park in the wrong place. So we'll have to also kind of remember to tell them that they're gonna leave early.
Hmm.
They may be blocked in for a little while, so we'll have to kind of remember to tell the whoever's ever doing the day of race registration.
Well, and I think when the little sprint runners are running, we need to have somebody at those drive-ins.
That's a what?
I
The
was
driveway,
there.
the driveway down there,
And the
and,
police department.
yeah, down by the police department and the town hall driveways,
Okay.
just to let them know that they're just park.
That may be something we could do with the student helpers. Because they won't be busy at that point, they won't be busy until later, they'll be busy early, and then they won't be busy till later, so maybe we can use them as well to do that, if we have 7. Okay,
They need to be serious about it.
they have to be serious too, I'm not even serious,
Yeah,
I know.
the personality has to be
Yeah.
the person that says no and means no instead of I told them no,
Yeah,
and they're driving up through the.
Is that like directing traffic though, technically?
Hmm.
It's preventing somebody from exiting the driveway while the
Yeah.
races are going on because.
yeah, maybe a student may not be the best person for that thing, maybe we'll have to get a couple of the volunteers who've been doing race registration and doing food, maybe put them down there for that. Cause yeah,
But even when people are parking before they even register, right, hit them as they're coming in this lot, you won't be able to get out till 11.
9:45 to,
10,
that's 10 to 11, that's,
10:15.
I would say 10:30, if they.
Yeah, I
as long as
mean,
they know
just
they
in case
gotta
we're
be there
running late or
10:30.
whatever, that they know they're not.
I'd go with the later time just to make sure we don't have somebody driving through the race.
well, but we're talking about, I mean, the race, everybody's pretty much on the race around 10. You have a few walkers, but they're just walkers. I mean, I don't mean that in a
No.
bad way. I mean, they're walking the road, they're not gonna run into a car. So, I mean, I think,
Well, walkers tend to pay more attention, runners are.
you're right, yeah, the runners are running, well, the runners are thinking they're safe, yeah, and they're done in 40 minutes, or they're maybe 50 minutes if they're like run walking. So yeah, definitely, you say 10:30, we'd be way safe. Probably,
Yeah.
maybe. Let's see, but we should probably have some adults.
Well, 10:30 or the end of the little sprinters race, whichever comes first.
Well, that's gonna be done at 9:50, 55, right? Cause you have one at 9:45 and one at 9:50ish, so they'll be done before 10. Those races take, what, a minute or two? I mean, they're only, what do they run, 100 yards or a couple hundred yards?
50 or 100.
Yeah, they're not running that far.
Yeah, but you have to allow for the chaos that can ensue small people.
So at the end of the race, Anna and everyone has all the kids in the street.
Yeah.
And we're giving out the awards and the,
Okay,
you know what I mean?
yeah, so
Just
we can't have everybody then.
Yeah, have a
Right.
couple minutes for people to
All
clear.
right,
the
so we should say,
fields.
probably no more
10:15.
10:15, yeah, I think that'd be safe.
And I'd still put the little sprint, at the end of the little sprinters race.
But if we're doing awards too on top of that, that's just a little bit longer, if we're doing like a little.
Right, but
Basket, right.
it gives them a reason as to why we're blocking it off, because we've got
you know, little munchkins, running. It's not a 30-year-old trying to walk down a course that,
Yeah,
you know.
I think that makes sense. Yeah, it doesn't hurt to tell them
We just
why.
mentioned, yeah. You won't be able to exit that lot until, you know, 10:15 or when the little sprinters are done or 10:15.
Alright, so we'll put that in an email as well. And then, so the two driveways we're talking about is where the people park in the police station and then also where they park
Town hall
in the town hall.
and Garfield, all three.
Yeah, there's three of them.
Garfield down there where the bus station.
No, no,
Our lot.
Our lot, Garfield, okay, police station, what's the other one?
it's a town hall, they're right, oh, they're almost right next to each
The
other.
police
One is,
department,
Oh, one's up, oh, yeah, okay, that's right.
Yeah, three
Yeah,
lots.
okay.
all three driveways, yeah.
Okay, so they could park where the buses are, or they could park where the work, maybe,
They
yeah,
can't come.
They can park at
through.
the senior center.
right.
That would be the safest.
Yeah.
Senior center,
Why, because isn't that,
Senior center.
Yeah, they
or
can park it
OFI.
all.
and then
I'm sorry.
any of the racers?
Yep, no,
senior center
Yeah.
or OFI.
No, I
New
think-
Inn.
oh, yeah, OFI, yeah.
Or Mill Pond.
not at the end of the race. That's when people were trying to leave, Sally,
Okay.
when we were doing the little reader sprint.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think senior center would be the safest, right?
That would be, then they're completely.
OFI would be
out
fine
of it.
too, that's a big
Yeah.
parking lot
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
And then- I mean, you'll be out of there right away.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'll put that in there too. Do we have a map I could maybe?
Yeah, of the town, like, I think I can get.
Yeah, if we get a map of the parking lots and then we can kind of put that on it, so.
Yeah.
And again, a lot of people who come and register race day may have run last, I do 3 years. So they may have run the race in the last 3 years, so they may be
Yeah.
getting the emails, even though they don't,
They might also be from East Hartford or
Yeah.
Manchester or Glastonbury, not know.
where they could park.
Yeah, I'll see if I can get you an overview.
That'd be great, I think that'd be
Is
helpful.
that still on the building?
No, it's got a town hall building.
Yeah, it says town hall.
It's got a town hall seal on it.
Yeah.
Town hall's in it.
I'll just put the address down on, so they can just GPS. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good place to park, but it's not that far a walk.
It's all right, I still refer to Walmart.
Well, I would hope racing wouldn't have trouble.
No.
Okay.
I know, everybody likes to park close,
Everybody.
even if they're running.
Even if they're going to the gym, that's my favorite. They wait for a spot, so they go to the gym and
Oh, yeah.
get on the treadmill for an hour. I'm going, you could park 2 more spaces over,
Well,
but
they
that's
go
just me.
Planet-
I'm
they go
sorry.
Planet Fitness to work out and
Yeah.
then drive down to.
Yeah.
Stop and Shop
Oh,
to park. A little spot.
All right, potholes, I'm not gonna check those until probably about 2 weeks before, and then, traffic control, part of what we're gonna be doing on Friday is working out our traffic control, then who would get assigned where, but that once we know which street's gonna be closed off anyways.
We'll have
Be
certain
able
people
to talk to.
Yeah.
Now,
So
The radio
Sally will
about-
have that.
more about that after, at the next meeting, right?
Yeah,
Now you got 4 certs if you count Leanne and Paul, they'll be doing double duty.
4 certs?
Yeah.
Okay,
If we don't have Leanne and Paul, then we're down to 2 certs.
okay.
I'll
The-
have
the
my
Dixons.
best.
Paul, how many do you?
I may have to
Paul, Steve, how
run in
many
and take
for
care of
you?
a couple of things, but I can
We
do
have
it.
about 9 ham radio operators, but we're not insured for traffic.
No, but you have 9 people.
Yes,
Yeah,
Country
okay,
9.
okay.
Great, thank you.
Bringing my lovely vest. It will look lovely on my purple shirt. I'll have a green
Ooh.
vest.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's
I haven't
awesome.
seen it.
Get some pictures, make sure they get some.
The whole point is to gain attention, so. I think-
That will do it.
Yeah, there's cars hit trees, trying to figure out what the hell you're wearing.
I normally take Taft down Audubon, because races come this way, go this way.
Yeah,
You need me to go somewhere else, let me know.
Yes, I mean, this is a new one for me because, Ron's done such a good job of coordinating that. So part of me is figuring out what we're doing and then I'll get back to you guys
Yeah.
about which streets we need coverage. You can tell me who wants to be assigned where.
Yeah.
So that'd be fine.
and then one of the suggestions from before was, like, if we could chalk in the street, the arrow for the way the race goes, where's the point? That
Well, there's signs in every single,
It doesn't mean anything.
the first,
oh, you're talking about the car.
more than once, the first, no, I'm
We've
talking
had
about the
racers,
runners.
we've had
Right.
The
racers.
first runners more than once have missed a turn or turned the wrong way.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, my spot. Hey, dude, run. Yelled at them.
so either we need a sign that we can hold up for them, or we need to chalk the road or something.
Well, chalking is not as much fun as it sounds like because
No, it's
that's how I used to do the numbers was chalk and I.
Oh, yeah, okay, so But if we can get a big sign that and go, maybe, I don't know, can we
Do you want some?
get a sign and stick it in an orange cone so that,
This way.
yeah.
If you want, just tell them the big chair there, you have to go by that twice. It's in that area.
Yeah.
You know, when they're in the zone,
Yeah.
I don't think it happens. And the reason I'm making a point of it is, it was a Newington native that took the wrong turn, so it's not like it was somebody from
Yeah,
out of town that's not familiar with everything. It wasn't even somebody that hadn't run the race before, so
sign in
get in the
a,
zone,
okay.
get lost.
They're one of those guys that just twirls us.
I don't know how to do that, but it might look cool with the
Maybe
purple and
we
the
get
green.
I'll talk to Lisa about that, cause we'll see what we have for signs and stuff, maybe we can do something, with one of the signs there and put in
We
more.
can, just tell me what direction you need the arrow, because we can make up, you know, take
Can't you just
a.
block off where they
Well,
shouldn't go, like with caution tape and?
Well, you can't really, cause you got roads, they're still public roads, they're not all being shut down, we're not shut down the entire course. We're gonna meet with the policeman, you and I will work it out,
Yeah,
we'll come up with some solution to that.
They might have signage.
Had something that you could stick in the open bowl.
I like that, I like it right in the road, yeah, that's, I think,
With a
we get a cone and we put in the
Yeah.
key ones, yeah,
5K and an arrow, and
yeah, I think.
maybe have the arrow on both sides so that when you get there, we could figure out.
Yeah, and when we talk to the gentleman on Friday, we can talk about that too.
Yeah.
All right. All right, anything else on the course at all?
The signs that we put out around town.
Oh, yeah, that's fun. So we have times go on, willing friends or of the library or others that kind of advertise the race the week before for some of them. Because we haven't changed all the signs yet.
We have some signs that say third Sunday
Right.
in May, and then the rest will say this Sunday.
So what we found last year, at least I think I found last year, was that we have more people willing to have signs on their yards than we have signs. So what Ron and I did, I'm not sure if Ron helped me with that or not, I think Ron picked them up. Is just did the most populous roads, you know, like Fenn Road versus Eagle Drive, say, or something like that. You know, you just pick them out that way. It takes a long time to actually get them out. You know, you're parking the car and you're getting out trying not
Yeah,
to do something.
it's a heavy system, it helps.
Yeah, it does.
But
And
also picking them up is the big thing too.
right,
You
so,
have to go out and get them sooner than later.
well, yeah, so, so maybe a little divide and conquer there, you know.
Well,
Because what happened was, to be frank, what happened was a lot of the I'm gonna say friends, because I don't know everybody that did it. A lot of friends took the signs down themselves and either put them in their house or something, because when I would drive them by to pick them up in round two, their signs weren't there and I wasn't sure what happened to them. So I don't know if the friends took them, maybe they brought them back here or something, I don't know how that happened, what
Yeah,
happened.
I gotta take an inventory, because I think we're down some.
Right, because they disappeared,
Yeah.
yeah.
so we didn't get it back, and it would be good because I think we have a list, as you said, we have a list with more addresses than we have signs for them. So if we can somehow highlight
That's
those
what he did.
addresses.
Yeah, I had them last year,
Okay,
yeah,
So then if somebody else is gonna do the pickup, at
right,
least you know where to start to go.
right, and I had done that, I indicated where all the signs were, but, you know, and then just pick and choose, if you have 3 on Connecticut Avenue, you put 1 on Connecticut Ave, so you can have 1 on Main, and, you know,
Yeah.
trying to hit every main
Right.
road that we had, that we could do that on there. So, yeah, I can do that, but when I went back to pick them up, a lot of them weren't there. You know, so I wasn't sure, you know, I didn't know if when Ron went out, and maybe he picks them up, I wasn't sure if he had done it.
We'll do an inventory.
Yeah. Okay. All right, but I mean, I could probably use some help on that, because it takes a long time to do 30 signs in the town and stop it and stuff like that, I mean.
It's better if someone's driving.
Yeah,
At least if somebody drive and somebody run out.
well, we just don't, just drove by with them.
I
It's a
put
town.
those signs in the ground, it doesn't work. that way.
It's a town. Okay, anything else on course before we move on? All right, promotions, I mean, other than the purple shirts we all agreed on, also have the CVS sign, Chris with a K is gonna handle that, right? Sponsor signs from, we talked about that, registration's been done. Dining partners, is that something we should talk about in one of the emails? I don't know if we had anything about dining partners in the emails. But it wouldn't hurt to have that in there.
I think it's this.
And what is
Well,
that?
that's it. I think it's to let people know to get a dining partner ticket. I think
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Oh, we're just gonna give them out at the end of the race, right?
Okay.
We'll just walk around and hand them out, yeah.
Publicize it then?
Okay. Okay, and, we'll continue, we have a list of emails that Georgian, they gave to me, so for the most part, they go out the way they are. If I change them, I let you know what I changed them to, or something like that. We may add a couple of things to them. Now we've talked about a couple of new stuff tonight. Insurance, you guys said you had that, talked about the high school students already. I do have a gift from the Children's Theater. They give us a 4-pack every year to the show, so he's always good about asking if I'd like it, and, so we have that to add it to. Okay. I think I'm caught up. We have the checklist here that we have. Was done by Anna. Does anybody have anything to add or questions or stuff to talk about before we go to the checklist and make sure we haven't missed something?
No, I was just gonna say, t-shirts are being ordered this week, so, if anybody was out there.
Give you a purple color? Okay.
You did not give me a purple color.
No, I just know.
He didn't give me.
Yeah, no, that's not the same.
Sure, I'll ask him for some options.
Purple's a wonderful color. People like them all. Was there Barney?
Well, we were told not to do Barney.
That's what I said. Yeah, no Barney.
So that's a lot of pressure.
So, and just a word to the why, so, to go on the t-shirt, it's the gold sponsor level at the bottom. So if somebody was out there that you were talking to that's iffy, they need to make their decision if they put in the shirt, and they need to get those logos. So I'm collecting the logos, arranging them, sending them, and, coming up with the final counts for t-shirts. And that depends. We do the 200 for the runners, but a lot of the sponsors get the t-shirts too, so, that's why this week is the cutoff, because, it's time to print them. Order the shirts, print them.
I have, just a reminder that, if you're a trustee and you wish to contribute, I would like to see your check come in sooner rather than later, so we can get that in there. Several of the trustees have donated already, but first, I can take it tonight. Yeah, got your checkbook. The other thing too is I'm assuming on these cash prizes, because I want to make sure I understand this, and this is a new program. If we're gonna do like Visa cards, somebody has to go and purchase them. I will do that because we have the credit card and the money is already in the account, but I just need to know the denominations and how many of them. Of what the breakdown is for the prizes.
2 100s. We need 100 for a male and 100 for a female for first prize. And then second prize is male 50, female 50.
Okay, so we need
300 total.
300 total, 2 100s and 2 50s.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, I can. That's all I have.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go through this checklist pretty quickly. We talked about race day food, that's later. We just talked about recruiting volunteers to deliver this, put the signs up and pick them up, so we need to probably solidify that soon. And who's gonna do that, because if the signs are dated, we say third week of Sunday, we can put them up anytime.
Yeah.
But if they're not, which is what I did last year, I put them up early, and we had to take them back down and put them up, so. So certain signs can go earlier, so when I meet with you, we'll talk about how many signs we have of each.
Yep.
It says take head count of trustees who will attend race day. So you guys wanna do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, am I counting correctly? 6 trustees?
Plus
7,
Bill.
I'll be there. And
Jason,
Bill
are
will
you
be
there?
there.
Okay, sorry,
I
no
was like
problem.
staring at you, you're coming right there.
Sorry.
So yeah, sounds like we have 9 trustees. Arrange for somebody to pick up sponsor banners if needed. I have no idea what that even means.
We have to, if you're gold or above, you can have your banner hung at the race. I was gonna send
But
you.
we need to have it,
Yeah,
Ahead of time.
yeah.
When do
Oh,
you
I see.
want it? I'll send a letter out to the gold and above if
It
you
would
tell me
be-
when you
it would
want
be
them.
nice By the beginning of the month, or,
Beginning of
yeah.
May?
yeah, and we can make
Okay.
arrangements to pick them up if you can give us a list.
The only one I know that needs to be picked up is, you picked him up last year, H.O. Penn.
Okay.
okay. This says something about Boy Scouts volunteering for race. Are Boy Scouts still involved in this?
No,
Okay, so we can take them off this list then, okay. Key Club, we talked about that, 8 volunteers, we pretty much have that here. Dining partners, distribute race flyers to dining partners and other local businesses, have we done that in the past?
That's what these.
Oh, that's what those are, I see, okay, so who's doing that?
Usually Anna put a packet together and like 5 or 6 people came and picked up packets.
And then, you know,
And handed them out. So I had everything in an envelope.
Mhm.
I haven't gone through like this one's over here, that one, you know, I live over this way, you know, I didn't know who, but all.
I know
the
that
partners
the
are
way
here.
we had divided up was that the list was broken up like into sections, because they were all,
Yeah.
they were kind of by the section, they were in the area of the.
Yeah, cause I think I helped out with Christine's list the
Yeah.
other year, and it was like the center of town, it was like all the
Yeah.
restaurants and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
so they're all on the dining partner, here by address. So you could just do Berlin Turnpike, Fen Road, Main Street, but I haven't like divided anything. And then the other thing I was gonna ask is, several of them, this is the time of year that they now give their donation. So I just highlighted in pink to see if anybody's going to those places, if they can find out if they can give the $50 towards the 2026 dining partner ticket.
Do we have to give them a letter or anything, or?
No,
I don't know how you usually do
yeah,
it.
I think it's in what's in the letter that you typed.
No, that was just a thank you.
Thank you, okay,
Yeah.
all right, then we'll skip that part of it and after.
No, I mean.
No, I
it
just,
can.
yeah, at some point, yeah, we could make a letter, I don't know when you're planning on delivering, but
So when is this all gonna go out? It sounds like it's ready to go pretty soon. Okay,
it's
so-
ready, yep.
So you guys. when I say-
So you gotta come up with that list to give you.
Poster?
It's a raised poster, it is a dining partner, it's a footnotes, and that's it, there were 4 things in here. Oh, and the letter, the thank you letter for being a dining partner. So they're all typed up, you know, to the person.
Okay.
They just get dropped off at the.
Mhm.
At the restaurant.
So how did you guys?
Well, last year we had a list that,
Yeah,
because I was
Yeah.
only a worker bee, but we
Yeah.
had a list that, if I recall correctly, I had like 6 or 7 and they were all together.
Yeah.
Because they were all in the same area.
Yeah.
So maybe if we could find that list, that would.
Well,
Rather
you have
than-
different restaurants though.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Yeah, so, but on the dining partner,
She
she's
said
got
it's
it by
broken down
address.
by-
Have my address, yeah.
so. Is that something we need to do now? Is there something the board does? Because that's a board
I think
thing?
Yeah, the board does,
We
the
can
board
bring
does.
this
So I can just ignore
Yeah, you can ignore it.
You can take a chunk if you want.
it? Nope, sounds good. I gotta put enough signs up and, all right, Continue to collect post-race, I didn't understand, these aren't my things, so I don't know if you understand them. Continue to collect post-race raffle prizes, post-race. I don't know what
well,
that,
that's,
Yeah.
that's, this is given us, said after the race raffle prices.
okay. I'm gonna ignore that. Ignore that. T-shirts, medals. Distribute complimentary cheers entries to middle school running club via Jay Crisell. Who does that? And is that still something we do? I assume cheer entries are free entries to the race?
Kids.
Middle.
Yeah, if somebody has, done a cheers,
Did we do that last year? I don't remember doing that last year.
No, we
they
didn't do
have
it
people.
because they didn't respond in the 2 years previously. Like,
Right,
nothing.
So is this something we can take off then? My
Sure.
favorite thing is crossing things off. It's just work. We got enough work. Request to town hall for the use of electricity and trash cans. Do we do-
we don't, I go.
We don't do that anymore?
For the.
Yeah, I'll do that, or Jen, no, Jen will do it.
Go, Jen.
Okay. Put out race banner on the library lawn and library parking lot.
I'll do that.
Who does that?
Scott.
He's not here to defend himself. Separate race display in the library, so we're gonna do that.
That's all set.
Speaker system and charge system, I'll take care of that. Well, I'll bring a portable one for the little one, and then we'll piggyback off of DJs like we did last year.
Yeah.
That worked out pretty well, I thought. Payment to Platt, I said that's been done, it's gonna be done, we'll get it all done. Oh, we're in May, never mind, we don't do that yet, that's later. Okay, we got that list done. Anything else? Anything I'm missing or forgetting? When's our next meeting?
Just before the race.
Yeah, so it'll be May the 10th, May the 9th,
Hold on,
May the 11th.
stop.
There.
11, okay. I was trying to do the math and I wasn't using my fingers
So
properly.
Monday, May
I've
eleventh,
known
which
him a
is,
long time.
It's okay. It's
which
not
is the
like
Monday
this
before the
mother.
race.
Yeah,
It's Monday, May eleventh, which is the Monday before the race, so
Perfect.
that's the do or die.
yeah,
And 6 o'clock?
Yes, 6
Yeah.
Yeah,
o'clock.
6 o'clock for that one.
okay. All right, very good. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll see you Friday.
Grace, we're gonna, for those of you that are online and joining the board meeting, you're gonna have to log off of this and then log back into the board meeting. Zoom.
No, no, I, he doesn't say.